Alright, hello and welcome back. So we are here at the Tree of Life that we discovered at the end of our last episode. And we're just gonna take care of the stuff we need to take care of. If you want explanations on how we learn about... Oh wait, do I have... Good, I do. If you want explanations on, how we learn about this place and what we have to do, then I recommend watching the fighter playthrough. Alright, go through all the dialogue. And I don't remember if we have to click on this thing or just wait, but I'll try to address it just in case. It looks like it's coming to us already. Cool. And you just gotta be a little patient. Hear voices inside your head. This is the guardian of whatever. So we can ask some random questions. It tells us. It tells us to give water if we want a gift. And then there's other stuff we can ask it about, and I don't really care enough. Maybe we'll just grab one of these gems. We grab a second. It definitely yells at us, but we might just kill us, so we won't do that. Then we head up top. So that gem is what we need to have our soul weighed by Sekhmet, the Liontaur goddess. And then we need to actually climb up on this altar and give a gift from the Pool of Peace. Here, nice little jingle. And then this fruit pops up right here, which I think we automatically grab. What time of day is it? Almost night, so I probably could just stay, but I won't. Actually, no, I won't. Alright, so... Yeah, it's always been a weird thing that happens, probably in a couple of places, but the Tree of Life is the most common, where if you try to click too far ahead, it just sort of decides to send you back. It'll do it up here near the entrances, and it'll do it down here too, where it'll just randomly sort of send you in the opposite direction. I have no idea why. Probably some little coding something or other that is way too intelligent and complex for me. Actually, I'm going to pop over to the other side of the screen and see if Manny pops up as well. Do a little snippet of fighting while we're out here. These things die quickly, which we saw previously. Hopefully this way I won't have to waste quite so much time on my weapon use training when I do whatever my second training montage is going to be. What do we got? Another one of these dudes. I don't know. There's two specific enemies that can pop up over in the last screen that we'll get to in a second. And I don't know if they'll pop up this early or if you have to wait. So... I'm going to cross over for us, but Japan is going to take a very long time. Another leopardman. Probably better to kill them before we make peace with them. Doing it later seems a little rude. I'm not certain what has changed, but I felt in the other playthroughs that I did, I wasn't getting as much of the delayed response from fighting, which I'll show you again in a second and sort of point out. But getting a lot of it this time around, which is renewing the annoyance that I have for the fighting in this game, which is unfortunate because the combat is one of the many things that make these games fun, so kind of having a piece of that ruining or detracting from the game is always unfortunate. We'll put that out and then be on our way and just just take a couple steps around just to see if a new friend of ours pops up, who actually usually I think comes in the other screen, but just curious. Ah, there he is. Can you talk to him right now? No. So we will set Manu the monkey free, and now we have a new compatriot. Hello, sir. And we'll just click on all these little things until eventually he leaves. Alright. He may leave once you ask about the monkeys, I forget. Or he might just do it whenever he feels like it. I'll wait and have one battle over here. Accidentally switched over my icon. If you reach where you're going in this game, it just sort of ends your walk. What do we got? Hey! Alright, so they will appear early. So this is the strongest common enemy you'll fight in the game. Luckily, we, like I've said before, came in very strong already from kind of maxing out in the previous games. And give me an 8-man. Yeah, alright. So this is pretty much the last of them. But luckily we came in pretty strong, and I took the time to do some training before the last video, so we should be just fine. I don't know if they have any money. I don't want rocks. They do have money. Interesting. I don't know what they use them for, but that's, I guess, get them throwing practice in, so I don't want these. Alright, that's enough. Now we will head all the way back across, which actually, as I say that, I'm going to pause it for, because we don't need to watch that. So, quickly I'll show you this. So if you watch, I could sit here and I could swing 50 times and burn through all my stamina, the enemy's health, just slowly kind of tracks down. Instead of coming away in a chunk, which, that's annoying. That was weird. Hey, hello, friend. So instead of coming in a chunk, which means that you can often just sort of sit there, and the enemy's been dead for a while, and you keep hitting it, but there's no reason to. Like those guys, I think I kill in 3 hits, but that was 5 or 6, so I keep burning the stamina to hit them, but for no real reason. So I am going to pause it here, and I will bring us back once we get to Tarna, which is where the next things we're going to be doing will take place. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so came back a little early, actually, because if you can see just below where the cursor is, the honeybird popped up in a pretty unique location where I have not seen it before. So I am going to follow it as it wanders over to this bee's nest, and if I tried to do anything with it right now, I would be stung. You see the bees. That's funny, I've never seen it before. Killer bees, yeah. So I would be stung, which is bad, and I believe we would then have an anaphylactic reaction and die. So I'm going to put some honey on the ground to attract said bird, and then wander away, and then I will come back, and the bird is, actually I always used to think it was stuck, but the bird is just happily wallowing in the honey, and when we walk over, the bird will fly away, and will happily leave a feather behind, which is what we need. We need a feather that wasn't acquired through any kind of malice or danger, but just through when the bird was happy. We will give that to our apothecary friend, and then be able to get, I think, healing potions. I stopped and did just a little bit of some training, so let's see where we're at with all that. Strength, haven't even really started working on that, so that's fine. These guys are almost halfway to where we want to go. Weapon use very close, which is nice, and these guys take a little time, but I'll take care of that off screen. And then one thing I forgot to point out, actually, is I didn't give myself any points, but just by nature of being a paladin, you acquire some magical abilities. So I have a small amount of mana, mostly because of intelligence, as well as this, the smallest amount of skill you're allowed to have in any field. So I do have some magical ability, and I'm not planning on pursuing that at all. But I'm gonna check and see if we can buy any magic spells um, from Krisha, who would be the only person who would be able to teach us anything magic-wise. So let's continue on. And we will head off to Tarna. Also, I hadn't thought about it, but I think the reason why I'm getting a pretty high rate of encounters is you can see the slow drop of the health, even though I'm not attacking anymore. Is because I have the skill level set to max, so I think I might even just drop that down just to save myself some time in terms of travel, but we'll see. Yeah, I think maybe I will see. Sometimes it's nice to, not that it's much of a challenge really, but every fight kind of builds up and makes you stay on your toes, and I don't need extra horns. Makes you stay on your toes and make sure your stamina and health and everything are taken care of. So this is actually kind of perfect timing to arrive here because there is something I want to try and do first, and that is come down here, and yes. So we have Harami, who explains to us that to be without honor in Tarna is much worse than he expected. No one will talk to him, no one will acknowledge that he exists. No one will sell him food, even if he has money. No one cares. No one will take his money. So there are a few things we could do. One is just by talking to him, and he says how good it is to hear his name. He talks about how he wants to leave this place if we can stop the war and open trade routes again, so we can go somewhere normal where the worst thing they do is cut your hand off, which I always find to be a kind of a funny line. I like to give him some food, give him some fruits so that he can keep a balanced diet, give him some protein. And one thing that you can do, which I will do twice just to show you, but otherwise won't do because I think it's very un-paladin-like, is you can offer to give him money. And he says, not like me to refuse easy money, but I got no use for it, because it won't let him buy anything anyway. And if we look, if we just keep trying to offer it to him, he'll keep saying no. But I think we get, our honor and paladin points will kind of slowly go up from that. So I'm not going to do it anymore, because like I said, that's not very paladin-like, but it is a thing that you can do if you want to kind of spam some honor and paladin points. So, alright, we will head out. It might be too late to go to Sekhmet, but I'm going to try, except that this pillow is open, which means the survivor of the peace mission, Khatib Marakram, is here today and will be willing to join us and talk to us. Tell about our journeys, ask about the survivor, peace mission, diplomat. One interesting thing, if you actually, pay attention to everything that she says, the welcome woman, is that as a human in Tarna, the humans are really looked down upon, and the Liontaurs are the, kind of almost gods of the people, certainly the rulers. And she does have a very kind of servile attitude towards them. When it comes to us, she kind of talks to us like we're relative equals. She doesn't act like a servant to us. She brings us meals, certainly, and things like that. But all in all, she speaks to us just like another human being, but clearly is very deferential to the Liontaurs, which is just, I think, an interesting piece to add in. Once you talk about certain things with him, he's kind of done for the day. But just kind of oh wait, no, I didn't want to go in here. Interesting to see that the way the Liontaurs see humans is, frankly, also kind of the way that the humans see themselves in reference to the Liontaurs. Alright, so now that we have our gem, we are back, and we will be judged by Sekhmet. So this part, I actually will read through the entire piece, not this part right here, but once we actually get into the judgment, because frankly, I think it is interesting. And I do it a little bit different for everyone, so... I like to try and follow the, what I think is the real choice that that character would theoretically make. Okay, so you're floating in this endless void. Choose that which you were. So for this, you know, Paladin maybe could pick the heart or something, but we were a fighter. So I will pick the sword, which is probably the same thing I picked for fighter, but that's okay. Voice speaks again. Pharaoh of the country you now live in has called for war against the country of your birth. You are ordered to serve as a leader in this army. What do you do? I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally click the wrong thing. Take the position and serve your new country as an officer in the army. Reasonable thing for a soldier will do. Refuse to fight your own former countrymen and leave the kingdom. Reasonable choice. Take the position in the army and try to make your battle as bloodless as possible by skillful use of strategy and tactics. Not a bad answer at all. Ask the Pharaoh about the cause of this war and try to convince him that there is a peaceful alternative. And attempt the position with zeal and look forward to getting revenge upon your former school teachers and all the other people you never really liked in your homeland. I don't know why that caps lock button is there. Hopefully it'll go away if I just hit it. Good. It's probably been there for a while and I never even noticed. So, probably the most paladin answer is this, but I will actually select this as the more fighter answer, and then in future questions I would take that fourth one. Choose that which you are. So now I want a more paladin-like answer. Certainly the fist is not completely unreasonable. Balance is, I think, probably the one that I will select. Might be more of a wizard choice, but I will take it anyway. I think balance represents the paladin. You're called to a distant city to act as an impartial judge on a murder trial. When you arrive, you discover that the accused is an old friend from your childhood. What do you do? Tell the magistrate of the town you cannot be a judge since you know the defendant. Take the position as judge so you can help your friend now that he needs you most. Admit to the town magistrate that you are a friend of the accused and let him determine whether you should be the judge or not. Accept the position as judge so that you can make certain that your friend gets an honest trial and that true justice may be done. And accept the position as judge so you can get even with your former best friend for marrying the girl of your dreams. Alright, so a paladin. I think this is a reasonable answer, but I don't think that's what a paladin would do. I don't think that they would sort of cede the decision to someone else in terms of... this one. I don't think the paladin would cede the decision to someone else. I think they would prefer to make the decision themselves. Accept the position. So you're sort of being untruthful by not admitting to it. Definitely not this one. So, probably pick one of these two. Maybe this one. Do I think Rakesh would stand in judgment over us? No, I think that Paladin should make the decision to step down. And then potentially step in to defend your friend. But that is the answer I will go with. Choose that which you will be. So the sword, obviously a reasonable choice. Ankh, the sign of life, trying to preserve life. I kind of like the candle, representing sort of like that light and the darkness. It's really probably more of a thief thing. Which is unfortunate because I think it would be a great answer. I will select the Ankh. Maybe the Chalice. I'm going to select the Chalice because I never do. That's interesting to me. Hear the voice again. 3 veiled and robed women stand before you holding chalices. The first woman is dressed in purple velvet and says, "Drink and you shall have wealth." The second is dressed in blood red silk, says, "Drink and you shall have my love." Third is dressed in black rags, says, "Drink and you shall have my soul." You refuse to drink and walk away, never to know what you missed. Drink for love, drink for wealth, and drink the bitter, dark liquid from the black chalice, not knowing what it is you shall find. Try to peek under the veil of the one offering love before you commit to drinking the wealthy one's chalice. So I think this is pretty easy as a paladin that you would not select any of these. So I'm going to select the top one and walk away. Soul has been weighed, has been chosen thine own path, and by that path ye shall be judged. The first is that which was. Sword is the fighter, the male, the bringer of justice. It is the fire. It is the doer. With the sword as your past, you see life as a challenge, destiny, something to be conquered. You strive for greatness. Second is that which is. The yin-yang is the union of opposites, the balance of the universe. It is male and female, it's dark and light. You wrestle with your soul to attain this balance while you deal with the world of opposition. A world of opposition. Third is that which will be. That which you desire above all is love. Your actions are motivated by friendship. Your future is guided by those you trust. You will be made vulnerable by this need, yet you will triumph because of it. Oops. You are one with yourself and shall be what you have been. Your skills are in harmony with your nature. Excellent. By your actions, you have shown yourself to be straightforward and conscientious. You will do everything you can to achieve your chosen mission. You are judged worthy. Thou hast unleashed the darkness, and the darkness now encircles thee. Ye must walk a narrow path to bring back the light. Let the first part of thy path be guided by friendship. Thy feet already walk upon this path. 2, thou hast known before. 3, thou shalt set free. 1, thou hast brought low, then helped to rise again. So they're talking about all the people who are going to help us in the end game. 1 shall stand thy rival and thy friend. The sword shall cross thy path, and bonds shall be cut asunder. Seek thou the least of guides to lead thee to the depth of darkness. So that's Manu. Now thou art opener of the way, and all thy heart has called shall draw nearer to thee. 2 shall stand, and 5 shall follow to face their greatest foe in a battle they cannot win. So Ukura and Rakesh stay behind, and then Harami, Manu, Rakesh's daughter, for must walk alone to free them all. Rakesh's daughter and the 2 children of the chiefs of the Leopard Men and the Simbani are the ones who will all fight with us. So this is sort of telling us how to finish the end game. First we will deal with Living Stone, and then it will become a bridge. We have to lose our greatest treasure, which we'll find out what that is at the end. This is that which might yet be. Thy path is thine own to follow or not. Go forth now, bringer of light. Cool. We can find yourself in your room. Oh, I always kind of assumed that it just went through the rest of the... You automatically slept through the day, but I guess not. That's why I wanted to go at night before sleeping. Alright, so quickly I will pop down and I should be able to get the... Actually, let's see, if I sit right now, she might tell me that our friend, the survivor, who we had that nice, long, lovely conversation that we clearly paid a lot of attention to with, has passed. I guess not. Yeah, we'll just order a meal, it's fine. I wish she didn't have to walk so far. Yeah, so we'll just pop in quickly to see the apothecary, and then I'll end things after that. And in the next video, I'll also check in with Krisha to see if we can buy any mana spells or not, or any magic spells or not. This is an awfully long walk for you, my friend. I feel like you could do that just a touch faster. Alright, so let's head out. Go see our nice hippie friend. He's gonna go visit Julinar once he's able. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I saw the statue and I was like, oh, I thought we gave that to the Kata, but no, we get it from her. So he needs some water from the Pool of Peace, and he needs this, and he needs the poison berries. Should be everything. Yeah, now we can make it a spell potion. I don't remember if we just walked back out and back in. Too busy meditating the meaning of life, the universe, and everything to make the spell potion. Okay. Alright, so we will have to come back later, which is an annoyance, but that's fine. Maybe I'll just do some training off screen for a day, just to get him to the point where he's finished. So, like I said, actually, well, I'll just pop in. Why not? Yeah, so she says there and back. Hey, what's up, guys? We'll talk about Tarna and the prisoner. Keish just reminds us to go down to the bazaar. And anything for us to talk about? Yes. Revenge for Rishaka. Spear of Death. And how you doing? Wonderful. So let's... No, I can't offer her money. So yeah, I think that there is no way that I know of to acquire other spells in this game. But maybe I'll look into it and see what I can find. But okay, I'll end things for now, and we will see you next time. Bye.